Every fighter. Every record we will be following you. Every single jump, every trophy won, every weakest you break, every breakaway you make, every cross, every every dunk,
She
every
likes that I'm
stop,
touching her hair.
every loss,
Where am I here?
every victory.
Even like
Every single
I'm
sport
a baby.
we
As
will
long as
be
as well as a princess, as well as a commander.
Princess of
Tell her
Traffic
for she
Cow.
says she's too old to climb stairs then.
And we are here inside the locker room for a Hump of the Week Wednesday. Here we go. Although for you guys, it's the start of the week Wednesday, and see how your holiday just killed my vibe. But yeah,
your jealousy for their holiday killed your vibe.
whatever, Tigger. All done. Interviews, sleeping through that. Conferences, just putting them out day after day because today is the 4th of May and officially the Ladies in Sports International Conference 7th edition has kicked off. I mean, it's the VIP, event today, but tomorrow.
Yes. I don't know. Okay, so today is the VIP. It's strictly by invitation.
I know, but
And
just letting them know
if
it
some
started.
people didn't get invite, I've been getting some messages like, "When my own my invite lost."
What can we say? So
You are all special guests,
yes, you are.
but we can only have some select special guests. That's the way we'll put it.
She also can vie for a political office, as you can see.
Good morning, everybody.
Diplomacy to
How
her.
was last night? Or should I say good evening? But how was last night? It was great, wasn't it? Liverpool thought they're just going to hop and skip into the into the finals. Well, they were made to work for it, and they did. But new updates on US Brittany Griner.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So the State Department has finally spoken. So the
Finally.
US have finally come out to say officially that she's being detained illegally.
After 2 months.
Now, maybe the negotiation. See, before they come out to give this statement, know that negotiations have started to reach a good side. Do you understand? Yes, the negotiation has started to reach a decision. That's why they can come out with this.
So she'll be
Or
free soon.
they were frustrated because she has had access to a consular representative since she was arrested
in February.
So they have been seeing her. It's not like they haven't been seeing her. So it's today that they chose to give a statement. So let's just take it.
All right.
All right. So
And that is what you have today on Tega's Take. This is now the new part of the show. At the beginning, you hear from Tega Supreme herself, and feel free to sponsor it. Thank you. Thank you. So let's tell you all the different ways you can jump into the locker room with us. We're up on youtube.com/smooth981fm Lagos streaming live, and there is a comment section. Use it. You can also go over to Twitter, find at Tega Supreme, find at smooth981fm, and use the hashtag lockerroom981 to get your thoughts in.
you can also send messages on WhatsApp 09444 is in high
away for the next few minutes. And FIFA Nigeria 63 million naira over the fans' invasion of MKO Stadium. Whilst in basketball news for the Western Conference, Ja Morant scored his playoff career high 47 points to spark the Grizzlies. And Andy Murray wins to face his old rival Novak Djokovic next. Jack Draper, meanwhile, beaten by Andrei Rublev. And this is what Liverpool's Klopp had to say. It feels like first time. Yeah. On reaching his 4th Champions League final. And Ancelotti is ready to roll the dice to defeat Man City, and West Ham and Rangers focused on comeback bids in Europa League semis. And Man United can challenge trophies on Ten Hag. That is what Varane has to say. And that is that.
All right, let's get straight into it, where World Football Governing Body FIFA have fined both Nigeria and Senegal over events that took place during the World Cup qualifying playoffs in March. Now, recall that in Nigeria here in Abuja, particularly while Nigeria was handed, a fine of 150,000 Swiss francs, about 63 million naira, and banned for fans' invasion of the stadium. After the aggregate loss to Ghana, Senegal was fined $180,000 for failure to implement, existing safety rules and failure to ensure that the law and order are maintained in the stadium.
Yeah, so both countries just get away with things, sha. So really, this is kind of incident that can get your stadium shut. I mean, for
Yeah.
national football, not
Mm.
club football. Club football is a completely different level of politics. But for national team football, it's the kind of thing that they'll say that stadium is banned.
I have to admit, I was kind of expecting that, but then we see,
People have seen.
you know,
People have levels in Africa. See, let me
what
tell you,
happens in the back
I
door. We
don't know
don't
what
know.
people think of a certain man. If I call his name now, they'll say I'm campaigning for him. But that guy, he's he's a politician to the core. His leg is long.
Just one call.
It's a complete conversation. See, there's everybody has their strengths and weaknesses.
Mm.
Oh, and you can see the weaknesses in abundance, but the strength, in fact, let me mention his name. The strength of Amaju Pinnick in negotiations, in conversations, it's a completely different strength. I need that strength in boardrooms because this kind of thing
See, it was
they
impressive
can
because
conclude business deals, huge business deals that would change my life.
Mm.
But yeah, what it is that Nigeria is going to pay the fine. Now we may happen to open a GoFundMe. People should for only Abuja people because they are the ones that caused this problem. They should come and bring the 63 million because we don't have.
This might even take NFF up to 3 years to pay.
You know, but they're paying the fine. So it's not like they have failed to pay the fine. They have accepted the punishment.
Mm.
So it's not like they are under the wrath of FIFA. So they can take their time to pay. But we are going to open a GoFundMe for Abuja people. People should come and pay your 63 million because the country is hard. But that's what it is. And Senegal also, I think the Egyptians would have been hoping for some overturn because when they were about to take the penalties, come and see lasers in their eyes. They're putting lasers in the players' eyes.
Laser pointers,
Yeah, to
fireworks.
distract them.
Wow.
Oh, it works. It works. Sometimes in basketball, they do it in the NBA. Like you're about to take a free throw, and they'll start clapping, they'll start waving stuff in your face. So it's a distraction.
Yeah.
But my goodness, come on though. That's just
Oh,
rude.
yeah, Yanis and Antetokounmpo last season, they be counting down to you 10, 9, 8, even just
But why do we see a lot of this in Africa, not just in Nigeria and Senegal?
look,
doing
calm
the same
down.
thing?
They do everything everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Didn't you see Shopper's Village people at the Euros? Shopper's Village people were beating other people because they lost
When
the
it comes
final
to
because
football,
the trophy did not come home.
You know how everyone is always like, "Oh, the British are so classy." And
Eh.
everything. When it comes
But
to
when
football,
it comes to football, you will
No,
see
but they
the.
don't throw fireworks in and then objects
I say
and
they
all
are
those
beating
things.
people. You say they are throwing
people,
firework off.
which one is fireworks? There's fire.
Even,
settings are
even
like-
the smoke cans that they throw, the ones with colors, they throw it. Why do you think they put that net around the Italian stadiums? After where the people are, they just put nets there. There's a reason. It's not because it's fancy. So trust me, these things happen everywhere. I don't like when people say, "Why does this thing happen in Africa?" It happens everywhere.
No.
Proud
You
African
you
Chega,
hear
we see
no,
you.
but you see it every time after football matches. You just hear police stopping clash between Everton and Liverpool. You will see it somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
it happens everywhere.
But most times after the match, when they are going out, they begin to in our stadiums.
No.
here, we
Sometimes it
display
happens before the
this
match.
MKO Abiola Stadium that Dangote
Okay,
sought
yes.
part to
Look,
put
I
together.
cannot distract from the fact that the stadium was destroyed.
Yeah.
I cannot distract from the fact that the behavior was bad and was poor. But what I'm saying it's not unique
you.
to
It's not
Africa.
an African thing.
Yeah. So even there abroad, sometimes
It's
they
a
start
football
before the
thing.
match. It's a football thing.
Mm.
Sorry, it's sports thing because some this cricket this kind of thing happens.
True. Okay, so it's sports. It's just a heightened emotion thing. But still, all I could say was we campaigned and we got that money for Dangote to go and do the stadium and not this.
Yeah.
That's all, people. Anyway, moving into basketball, and Ja Morant scored 47 points season high and carried the Memphis Grizzlies into a tie in the Western Conference semifinals with a 106-101 victory over the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday night.
Yes, really, really huge day for the Memphis Grizzlies. I must also add that the Warriors had a very poor shooting night. I mean, Klay Thompson was 2 of 12 from the 3-point line. Like Klay Thompson can
what
only
is
shoot
that?
2 of 12 3-point.
What happened there?
It was a shocker. That's not to take away from the fact that regardless of that, they still came in. Again, Klay Thompson had the ball could have tied the game, um, and then he traveled. So Clay Thompson had a very bad shooting night. But what happened in the first quarter? In fact, 3 minutes into the game, there was a flagrant foul. Now, Dylan Brooks is the Draymond Green of the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't know how to explain it. If you watch football, Dylan Brooks is Gattuso of Milan in the 80s. He will hard foul you
Don't go
and
that far. I don't know.
and walk away with it.
Oh,
That's the kind of
now we
person.
get it.
So anyway, Gary Payton is in the air in his hand. The early reports we're receiving is that he's fractured his elbow, so we don't know if he's going to be back for this series. So of course it was the flagrant foul. Dylan Brooks was ejected, but Gary Payton didn't return because, like I said, we've discovered now that it was a fractured elbow. Really huge loss. And 1 minute after that, somebody hit Kevin Durant in the eye. Sorry, Draymond Green in the eye. Draymond Green's eyes started to swell up on the bench. So 2 players gone. Like Grizzlies at the start of the game, Grizzlies was like, you know what, for us to do. But yes, I would say more of it was down. Not that I mean, Ja Morant scoring 47 points is a really huge deal. But I would say more of it was down to a poor shooting night from Golden State Warriors in crucial moments. On that note, on the Phoenix Suns note, Felix are already leading in the series by after defeating Dallas Mavericks, and Luka Doncic again on the ninth scored 45 points. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how this particular guy is doing this thing.
I know. It shocks you
But
every time.
it shocks me every
You
time.
look at him and you're like, no,
I
there's
can
no.
never
That
get
doesn't
used
look
to
like a
it.
guy with stamina who can be running out.
I'm telling you, there's
doesn't.
there's no amount of time I'll watch Doncic, I'll get used to it. But 45 points, but his team still lost. Boston Celtics defeated Bucks last night again, and it was a horrible. They started from the start of the game to the finish. There was intensity throughout. I'll also say that the Bucks had a poor night. I think there was one time that, if you looked at the numbers, Giannis Antetokounmpo was 1 of 12 from the field. 1 of 12. He had only 2 points. So it was a horrible one. Meanwhile, in the same quarter that he was struggling with 1 of 12, Jaylen Brown had 17 points. So huge day all around. But the NBA playoffs is just shaping up to be what it's supposed to be.
All right.
Interesting and fun.
Just before we take a break, let's look at this message in from Wale. He says, "We shall want Tega. LOL, you never walk alone." And all the best with the conference.
The Ladies in Sports Conference, the 7th edition, which will be holding for the general public tomorrow at the Echo Hotel in
I
Suits.
can't wait for it.
I cannot wait for it. I'm very, very excited.
Let's not even talk about the VIP one this evening.
No, remember, we're all VIP. Some are just. This is starting to feel like Animal Farm. Let's move on.
Someone just want VIP that order. Someone with their kill.
I like my life.
Everybody's a VIP. We just selected from the VIP.
These are networking VIPs, yes?
Everybody's a networking
I don't
VIP.
know what to tell you. How can I help?
I said it the best way. We selected from the VIPs.
Oh, nice. Politician Tega.
I will fail.
Really? No.
I will fail.
I'm a Jew, but they don't like him as much in Abuja.
They don't like him as much anywhere. The problem is a Nigerian problem. You see, we have to learn to delegate. And I'm telling that as I'm talking to myself. We have to learn to delegate. The problem with Amaju Pinnick is he makes it about him. No, and he has his strength, and his strength is great. But if Amaju had carried that charisma and his network and his politics and said, okay, I'm going to lead, but the groundwork and the structure, I will give it to those that can do it. Because whatever happens, at the end of the day, all the glory belongs to you. So yesterday, the Women's Football League announced the party. The Women's Football League announced a sponsorship.
You never walk alone.
The Women's Football League announced a sponsorship for the regular season and for the Super Six. at the end of the day, that victory is Amaju Pinnick's victory because it happened in his administration. So just delegate. Don't try to be, I'm the one that did it. At the end of the day, they'll say, when did the Super Eagles qualify for the World Cup? Amaju
Pinnick.
Pinnick's administration.
Do you want to bring us in?
But he's a fantastic coach. I like his. Well, if I want to make headway like this, I'll call him. All this one and people are saying he's
And working. You know the right people
Yes.
to call. That's true.
he has his strength. He has it. You know how people can be. They
Well,
always
you
talk
can't
about the
beat
bad.
politicking.
Yeah, they always promote bad.
Oh, we're melting.
Yeah.
We're back. All right, peeps, we are back in 20. Tim Albie Victor, real quick. This one in Victor from Alausa says management has paid for some staff to go watch the World Cup, but all that was cancelled.
See, we are not the only beneficiaries.
Stream in person at the Ladies in Sports Conference. That is the 7th edition. And that will be tomorrow, 5th of May at the Echo Hotel and Suites. And you can also catch her on Twitter. She's at Tega Supreme. She can't run too fast on Twitter, so catch her over there and tackle her on all the sporting stories that you want. And also find at LIS International. Do it. You will not regret it. And of course, we are at Smooth 981 FM. Smooth Breakfast will be with you all the way up until 10 o'clock. And coming up at 9 o'clock, it is Lagos Talks.
Did it off again there, me?
You went off. Oh, wait, no, it's back on.
She has put it back on.
The network is fluctuating.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you. I was even hailing you. My friend, give me back my
I
compliment.
swear, no, I'm not giving it back because I changed the network.
To what?
To your blood.
Every single
Or- or-
show.
or to
When is the networking event?